Hello there everyone, Shadobin here, and welcome back to more Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. So when last I left you, we had finished off Sheik. As you can see, this is our list of currently active quests. So, to make the rounds, talk to our NPCs, just double checking, I think I'm about as well equipped as I can be at this point. So let's make the rounds, talk to everybody.
I've been given a challenge I can't.
Alright, so still... Alright, we've already got his quest. We've already got his quest, we've already got Mission's quest. I don't think we'll have anything new either of them will have to say to me. Whereas T3 doesn't ever say anything. Zalbar, you should have a lot to say. Something you want. Have anything more to say about yourself, Zalbar? You have seen more than I would have allowed, and taught me some things too. I am grateful for that. It will be a while before I know what my role will be in making Kashyyyk truly fitting. I have a lot to learn. Why did you request to take back a sword? I'm not sure I really know. Father expects much of me. I guess I do as well. I think when I've learned enough, I'll bring it back to Kashyyyk. What happens then, we'll see. I'm sorry we can't stay on Kashyyyk longer. You and I have important things to do, and I don't feel bad about leaving this time. I know I'll be welcome back. Warp, you can tell me your problem. No grenades? Won't make me any... Alright, so I mean, yeah, that's about all he's got. We'll be careful about messing with Juhani, because evidently there's like some special event later that you can get locked out of. Well,
how may I be of
I wonder if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Tell me more about your past.
Well, I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating.
Invigorating?
They were so very alive, so full of hope and energy. And
I was wondering where she was going with that.
I can see it was a little bit tragic.
Tragic?
Well, yes. These Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting, but to us, they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods.
Heck yeah. Damn straight, I do look divine.
I can only assume that that was some misguided attempt at humor. I was using poetic license. But those Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them. Some people thought it would bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long.
What happened?
The Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations.
That bad?
Of course it was. They took their frustrations and hate out on us because the people they wanted had already fled or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no, but I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that.
As long as you do not let your anger influence you.
Don't you see? The very fact I mentioned it means it has its influence. Anger can lead to the dark side, and I must be ever careful that I do not fall back into those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for, but you did not lash back at me. You are a much better Jedi than I, it would seem. But let us not speak more of this now. We should continue on our journey. Perhaps later we will talk again. Yes.
Something wrong?
I have been bothered by something of late.
What is it?
I never told you where I came from, did I? Where I grew up as a child? I suppose I was trying to deny what I was feeling.
What?
I have been wrestling with my feelings inside, trying to come to terms with it, but I find I cannot. I must have someone to blame. Someone to blame for the destruction of my homeworld. Someone who is responsible for the death of everyone I have ever known, except those on Tatooine.
Uh-oh. Mean...
Taris. It was Taris that the Sith destroyed to try to kill you and your precious Bastilla. Taris, my homeworld.
I'm sorry, Juhani. I did not know.
If it were not for you and Bastilla, the Sith would have never had reason to destroy that world. It was your fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastilla. Without your intervention, the Sith would have had no cause to lay waste to my childhood.
I thought you hated it.
Just let me vent my anger. I need someone to blame. Something. Anything. I hated that world. Yet everything I learned as a child, I learned there. It is as much a part of me as the air I breathe. I have this ache inside me, where all my childhood memories lay, and I find your face there with them. If it was not for you, that world would still exist.
Okay, first of all, I thought she hated Taris because it was awful and she was treated badly. Just find that out. Oh, I want to be the stereotypical good Jedi. Yeah. I am sorry, Juhani. There was no way to prevent it.
I know. I suppose I realized that. But it is so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand.
Bitch, please! I've been mind wiped. I guess technically I don't know that yet at this point. You'll be alright, Juhani. No, that's not the right way to say it. You're right. I don't.
I suppose that is to be expected. Everything will turn out for the best, as long as we remain focused on our task. I am sorry. I will try not to distract you in the future with my trivial experiences. We should stop for now.
Oh, well, that didn't go the way I thought it was going to.
Yes.
Something wrong.
I was remembering Taris.
I'm sorry, Juhani.
No, it's all right. I think I am over the worst of it. I apologize again for lashing out at you. It was not your fault. It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated.
Yeah, see?
Living
It
for
sucked.
years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
And those rat ghouls.
There was always the danger of raghouls coming up from the sewers, or more mundane predators living and working in the area. My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford.
No one would help you?
And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
Like who?
The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
Lead. Actually, nope. Let's do this. Parents.
Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can. How may I... Of course...
That's enough from Juhani for now. Let's move along. This man. This isn't where you're at on the ship. Where are you? Oh, that's right, you're down here.
Got something on your mind, dude?
Do you know anything about this place?
No, I know.
You already told me all that.
Got something on. How many?
Alright, so he can't learn anything new from Jolie just yet.
How can I help?
You want to talk?
Sorry. I'm just thinking about my mom. Should we? It's not.
Okay, so she's done except for mother stuff.
Yes, what's it?
We didn't end our last discussion very well.
I'm not very good at this. I know I owe you an apology. More than one, probably. I was just so desperate to finally face Saul directly in the battle over Terrace. And now the Jedi have us looking for these star maps. I know this mission is important, it's just, I feel a bit useless. I mean, I can fight, sure, but I'm no Jedi. All this feels completely out of my league.
How does that excuse your actions?
It doesn't, I know. It's been a while since I've even had to think about that sort of thing. I just hate not knowing what's going on and feeling this helpless. But I shouldn't have taken that out on you. I've been a royal pain in the backside, haven't I?
Don't worry about it, Karth.
No, I do worry about it. I've traveled the lanes more than once. I should know better than this. So, I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology?
Only if you agree to work with me for once.
Done. Let's get underway then, shall we, partner?
Hey!
Yes, what's on your... You got...
Alright. Go ahead and save, just in case. Save am I using now? I'm using this save. Alright, I want to check on the Yavin space station. I want to see if they got anything new for sale. I think they periodically are supposed to update their inventory. And of course, anything I want to sell, I need to sell there. So, that's what we're going to go check out. And then I think to do Tatooine next. Since we have so many people that have quests on Tatooine, I feel like we should go ahead and go there and get it done. Plus we'll unlock HK, we can go ahead and start working on repairing him. There's our space station. And we didn't get any fights with anybody this time, so that's good. Even for a dated game, I still think that these graphics look... I mean, they could look better, yeah. They could look a lot worse.
How can I help? Then I said.
Alright, let's grab our normal crew, which is going to be Jolie and Karth. Not Karth, Canderous. Jolie Canderous. Basically, the rest of the game. Except for when I have to use someone else. This is such an annoying... Like, why did they do this? Yeah, little friend, there you are. You have Giska loose. Oh, that's right, he wants to kill him. Everything but won't sell me. Alright. Armor-wise, he's got the shadow armor, which is the most intriguing thing he has for me. Those are some interesting gloves. That's an interesting implant. That's a really good implant. I mean, God, being immune to both mind affecting and poison. Got a bunch of droid stuff, which we don't care about that. Yes, currently he's got that I'm interested in. He has the armor. That's not bad either. Getting some. So yeah, he's got the Baragwin armor. Then he's got all three of these I'm actually interested in. Alright, let's go to my sell list. Well, I got that he might want from me. Basic combat suits, we don't need them anymore. We got a Zabrak combat suit, which is light armor, which is 5/4. I don't think we need that either, to be honest. Sure don't need this heavy combat suit. That's upgradable 5/4 armor. Got a night robes. Probably don't need that, but let's hold on to it just to be safe. Definitely don't need that. Shouldn't need that. Don't need these 3 vibro blades. Oh, you know what? We should make sure. I think I just sold the weapon. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, I need to hang loose with selling so much stuff. Mandalorian blasters are just better in every way than basic blasters. Let's sell all my blaster pistols. Mandalorian Ripper? It's a pistol. It is a pistol. A balanced pistol. It has a point less damage, but has a better attack modifier. Okay. Ion rifles. That we can sell for sure. We can for sure sell any rifle weaponry. Never going to use a rifle. That's actually not a bad awful weapon, but again, I don't plan on using it. I feel like we're probably about at selling grenade point, but we'll hold on to it for now. We want to keep all of our visors, all of our shields, all of our belts, all that. We don't want to get rid of any of that stuff just yet. Keep our consumables. Mines, though, we can sell. We don't need mines. I'm never going to use mines. And again, we don't need... Well, let's hold on to it in case we're forced to use it. Alright, so that got us a good little chunk of cash. So, let's go to our buy list. Let's go ahead and buy this shadow armor. Let's go ahead and buy this stuff. Ooh, there went a whole bunch of money. Tempted to buy this, but I don't even know who I'd put it on, to be honest. Alright. Bought everything I could want to buy from him currently. Still have a bunch of lightsaber stuff we could sell him. Alright. Speaking of lightsabers, let's double check real quick. Where are mine? This one's mine. Oh, these first 2 are mine, okay. What do I have in it? I've got an extra crystal in it already. And a rubat. But nothing really we can do on lightsaber front, okay? Ranged. Mission is using this. Make sure they're both upgraded. They are. Yeah, Zalbar and Shundar, I mean. Whatever, just to have them done. Missions viral blade, prototype viral blade, and then back a ceremonial blade. Armor. KotOR's armor, that's right. That's what Anders is currently wearing. That's the armor. We're supposed to go to Tatooine and buy that other armor. That's what I got. Putting the Baragwan armor on is going to get us a really nice stealth armor. Okay. Secandrus is already, he's fine. Oh yeah, now that we did buy these new implants, so. That doesn't get Candace anything. +1 Dex doesn't get him anything. Immunity to mind affecting. Now that is pretty significant. Does he have immunity to mind affecting from anything else though? Yeah, he's already immune to critical hits and mind affecting. We don't care about that. We give him the +2 Dex. That doesn't really do anything for him either. I mean, so let's hold off on messing with him for now. Lee. Let's give you any hit points. It does not. Let's give you any Dex or hit. It does not. Now that's not bad actually. I didn't think about that. Pop the advanced stabilizer gauntlets on him. Makes him a little safer to hang out in the back. Why is it not giving him any armor class though? What's his current dex? Really, you got dex of 16. So yeah, if I put... Alright, we'll get back to that. Alright, what am I packing here? I got immunity to critical hits from that. Of course, we're wearing that. Wearing the strength gauntlets. Wearing the strength enhancer, obviously. Got Bredric's armband on. So this giving us critical hit immunity, which is probably the best thing we could have at the moment. I'm probably immune to mind affecting already. If I pop that on, that will give us a point of armor class, which is kind of meh. Critical hit immunity seems really good, and I've got a really high wisdom already, so I think we're okay. So that brings us back to Jolie then. Okay, what the heck is going on here? Oh, it's getting wonky. The math is getting weirder down here. I just noticed that. Okay, make sure he's equipped with the right stuff. Now that I've realized it's getting all sorts of weird. Okay. Yeah, so if I took off the response package, he would... Okay, so let's leave his stuff alone. Alright, yeah. We are as good as we can be. Where's Mission at? I mean, obviously Mission should be swapping out for the Baragwan Shadow Armor. I mean, she's my only stealth character. Not that it super matters, but you know, let's have my people equipped to the best we can. There is Karth. Ah, Karth. There you are. Oh, you're wearing Davic's warsuit. Didn't realize that. Got a Bredric's gauntlet on. Currently wearing that. Where's the one that has the +2? There's the one that has +2. All right. We're wielding this thing. Oh, yeah, you're good on that. All right. Ah, that took forever. It's a little weird sometimes, that screen does. All right, well, we're 25 minutes into this recording, and we've not really done much of anything, so let's hurry up and get the Tatooine, shall we? We'll probably do Tatooine, then Korriban. No, I don't know. A lot of people save Tatooine for last for some reason. You know what, let's at least go to Tatooine and pick up HK, even if I leave and then go do something else. That seems like a good compromise. It's dream time. Okay, star map's in a cave this time. Surrounded by ruins. Here we are. All that sand. It's coarse, it's rough, it gets everywhere. Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us.
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
Looked like it was inside some kind of cave.
The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location. How can I help? Sorry, it's not...
Yes, what's...
I'm why you want revenge on Saul so badly.
I already told you, he betrayed us all.
Just seems to be more personal than that, that's all.
Well, there is more to it. I'm sure you don't want to hear about it.
I asked, didn't I? Actually, I do. That's alright with you.
It's just that I don't talk about it very much, okay? I told you about my homeworld, Telos. 4 years ago, Saul led the Sith fleet there and demanded its surrender. The planet refused, and Saul proceeded to devastate its entire surface. Millions died. I had a wife and a son on Telos. I thought they would be safe there, but my task force arrived too late to be of much help. We didn't have enough medical supplies. The colony was burning and the dying were everywhere. I remember holding my wife and screaming for the medics, but they didn't come in time.
Damn, Karth. That's terrible. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Of course not. How could you? I had nothing left after that, really. I devoted myself to the fleet. Hunting Saul was my only purpose. I miss them. And I know killing Saul won't bring them back. And it won't make me happy again, but I have to do it. I don't expect you to understand, but I have to pay him back for what he's done. I have to. It's all I have left.
What was she like, your wife?
She had courage, and she was stubborn. Could never talk her out of anything once she put her mind to it. And she hated it when I signed back onto the fleet at the start of the war. I had planned on leaving soon, to join her.
What happened to your son? You didn't say.
His name was Dustil, and I don't know what happened to him. The colony was a complete ruin, and we never found any trace of him. I made inquiries and followed the reports from Telos for years, but I stopped. Anyway, I hope that answers your questions. Let's continue with what we were doing.
Ooh. I forgot how tragic Card's backstory was.
Yes, what's on your...
Alright, so that's all Card's got for me. Anything more to say about yourself, Albar? Alright. He's got nothing really to say to me. Mission, of course, our brother's here. Anders?
Given a chance.
Alright. Alright, Jolie. Go check with him real quick.
Got something on.
Why did you decide to come with me?
You got yourself a fast little ship. I'd forgotten what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an Uller in mating season. Ugh, frightful.
So you wanted to ride on my ship?
Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of the synthesizer on this bucket anyway? Do you never clean the darn thing?
No, seriously. Tell me.
I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want to be. And don't you go telling me otherwise. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny, all of that. Breath like a panther.
You annoy this person endlessly too.
Oh, very funny. Is it my fault that some people are so easily annoyed? Like impatient little children with blasters. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Andor Vex was his name. The force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was.
And you traveled with this man.
I did. Just because someone has the force swirling about them doesn't always mean they have a great destiny. But it doesn't hurt to check it out. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall.
Is there supposed to be some hidden meaning in this?
I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking about Andor, remember? Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring.
So why didn't you leave?
Well, he had a much better food dispenser than you do. That and the fact that even I wasn't an altogether impatient twit. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand.
How did you know?
Swirling force, remember? Jedi here. Granted, I was just interpreting the signs, but we get trained in that sort of thing, more or less. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed too, or could have just been gurgling noises. No.
All right then.
Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing.
You're kidding.
Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you?
But what does that have to do with you coming with me?
Well, hey, the chances may not be great, but but one has the opportunity to see something like that twice in a lifetime. Anyway, go on. My throat is dry and you're making me cranky. Shoo!
Alright, I love Jolie.
Got something on...
Alright, so that's all he's got. Alright, now. So, let's look at Candace's challenge. The Dune Seas, okay. Vastly, where was your mother supposed to be? Anchorhead, okay. Mission. Okay, so I'm thinking I'd take Bastlin Mission with me at first.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation.
Oh God,
stands
more
ready to
Zerka.
serve. After some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this.
And what if I don't what if I say no?
Zerka Corporation maintains this docking station at great expense. It is within our rights to refuse landing permission. And I warn you, we've had troublemakers before. The bay is lined with autoguns. Violence is not a survivable option.
What if I don't have the money?
That would be unfortunate. Zerka Corporation can't afford to extend credit. Everyone pays. That's the rule.
Is there any way you would reconsider the fee?
I assure you that the fee is non-negotiable. We have a very thin margin of profit on this world.
The money I save, I'll spend in your stores.
That does make sense. I suppose I could let it go this time. We need the business. This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
Give me some background on Tatooine.
There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well past its prime. Zerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look.
Tell me about Zerka Corporation's operations here.
I can't really get into that. It hasn't been a very smooth operation. I shouldn't get into it.
Come on, friend, let me in on the details.
No, it's common knowledge, so there's no harm in telling you. It's a tale of bad business. You see, Zerka Corporation staked their claim to this planet based on some very promising geological surveys. Unfortunately, that information was incorrect, and possibly even an attempt at sabotage by a rival company.
Good. Y'all need to be sabotaged. The Zerka Corporation set up shop on a barren planet.
Not totally barren. There were a few good years of mining, and limited operations are still in place. But the ore is flawed. It has peculiar properties. They've had to look at other forms of business.
What do you mean when you say the ore is peculiar?
Zerka Corporation has really tried to hide this, but it just seems that Tatooine metal is unfit for effective manufacturing. I would imagine that this outpost will eventually be abandoned. Nobody is making any money here. Of course, this rock may have been settled a few times, so look for some other company to get stuck with it.
What are forms of business being looked at here? I can already guess what one answer is going to be.
Pursuits that appeal to the casual traveler. There are some fearsome native species that provide exciting hunting. There are also lengthy, barren wastes that serve as fine swoop tracks.
Ooh, swoop track.
Attracting business has been slow, however.
What's known about the history of the planet?
Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a lush world, but I can't picture it as anything but a desert. Native sentient species have no records going back that far. That was hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. Of course, the native species are not very willing to tell anyone anything. They're barely more than animals.
What species do you mean?
The Sand People. They're vicious and attack outsiders on sight. More animals. than
Ah,
anything.
Tusken Raiders.
Maybe they know the history of Tatooine. Maybe they don't. Impossible to tell. They won't cooperate.
Got any trouble with Sand People?
Not personally, but they've given Zerka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it.
Where can I get information about jobs like that?
It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in the central anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them.
Looking for very specific things. Who should I ask?
That's not much information. Could you tell me more?
I'm looking for older things. Antiques, artifacts.
You a digger? I've heard of ruins being found now and then, but they've always been stripped by sand people soon after. You're not going to get anywhere with them. I guess you could ask around, but I doubt you'll learn anything different. You could always ask a Jawa. It's hard to tell what they know.
I need some good paying work. What does there do?
It depends on what level
Alright,
of
so he's just gonna
risk.
say that.
While
Actually, I really need to get going.
as you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Yes?
Alright, let's go ahead and level you up real quick just to be safe. Da, da, da. Pumping your decks. Injury, yep. You've got your Master Force. You just picked up some paralysis, some sense. Cool, cool, cool. Weapon focus lightsaber. A Sentinel. Pretty sure that's what she is. Really, it's flurry and then implants. Go ahead and grab implants. Powers. That's what we want. Don't want force. We don't want that. Already got Not Valor to help everybody out. That's good. Stasis. Want stasis. Stasis field we don't want. No, that's what it is. You want force whirlwind. We do want stasis field. Take that droid destroying thing. Mission. Actually, I don't care about putting points in stealth. I guess I don't really have a choice in the matter, actually. Fastly, you can now take one of these. There you go. You can have that response package.
What?
Okay, defense turrets. Oh, I love the color scheme here on Tatooine. I love, love, love the way this place looks. I know some of y'all are probably watching this going, why is he going on about the color? I don't know, I really like this palette. I've been playing a lot of Star Wars, The Old Republic, the MMO. And there's a desert planet that you can start on, Tada. Oh. Okay, yes, let's see. It looks like the shipment has been delivered to your ship as requested. What shipment was that again? Now let me see it. Docking Bay 32 check, Crate 42, B7 check, Manifest List Lifeform, Gizka. Seems to be in order. Excuse me, did you say Gizka? It says right here on the manifest, you ordered a crate of Gizka to be delivered to Docking Bay 32. That's right here. Now all you need is a thumbprint for the... Wait a second, where'd the datapad go? Ah, nothing's ever organized around here. At any rate, the Kiska years, one of the loaders said the crate split open once you put in your hold. Some of the critters might have gotten loose. That happens, I'm afraid. We don't accept liability. Certainly couldn't take the cargo back. Enjoy. Oh, that's lovely. I got a bunch of those little bouncing things on my ship. Okay, that's a problem for another day. Ouch. Got some cash. We'll talk to you in a second. And, alright. I guess we'll talk to you now, actually. Who's that? Turn it, you Gunda Faska. Customers are talking. That's better. Hello, customer. Buy from Mick, Tune, and Justin. Save your credits. Yes, say it, because you never know when situations turn all around. Look at Zerk. Here, well, things are not well in Outpost Kashyyyk, will show you know. Show what you have for sale. Yes, of course. We don't want to keep from your important business. Please have a look. Oh, what do you got? You got Usani's brand. What's that? Usani's the most famous of Chani warriors, fighting against oppression and villainy until encountering Darth Revan. Discovering that Revan had killed an Chani senator, Usanus attempted to tell authorities but failed to the power of the Sith Lord despite his own impressive abilities and the Cortosis weave inherent in all Chani vibro blades. That's a really good vibro blade. That's a gun we don't care about. We don't need this stuff. Well, I mean, that's not bad. You already have one, though, actually. Breath mask. Ooh! +3 to all saves and +1 dex. Good gauntlets. I mean, not for this character, but... Immunity to fire. Immunity to mind affecting on a belt. Okay. So I mean, there's some decent stuff here. Bantha fodder. Let's go ahead and buy that. I'm clearly going to need it. Alright, last but not least, mechanic.
Some ships I fix, some I scrap. Depends if the owner disappears in the dunes.
Alright, let's get a save in. Our first priority is just kind of getting the lay of the land. Seeing who all there is to talk to. Nope, nope. Alright. Bronto. Yeah, you have a name, so that's probably important.
Please, will you help me? I have nothing left.
What do you need? KotOR Jacks. I'll help if I can.
Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare.
What is a raid plate? Where did you get it?
It's the bone plate from the head of the desert raid. My husband was so proud when he found it. He had just started hunting. He said he felt sure the next hunt would bring in more, so we waited to sell this one. Then he never came back.
Let's talk about what to do with this plate.
Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more than 500 credits.
Perhaps I will buy it from you.
You will? Oh, thank you so much. Please, I know it's worth at least 500 credits.
I'll pay you that and an extra 200. Good luck.
700 credits. Oh, thank you. It is more than generous of you. I don't know what to say. I just don't.
Wow. Sometimes helping people feels pretty good, you know?
Thank you for helping this woman. It may not seem like such a great thing to you, but you are making a difference.
For whatever it means, may the Force be with you. You saved us.
You're welcome. Boom! Let's hide. Speaking of which, close. I'm so close to maxing that out. Got sorts of people in here. Yes, is this something you wish, human? Information, if I could trouble such a worthy hunter for a moment. Spare me the flattery, human. Such talk is rarely sincere. Who are you? What do you do? I am Comad Fortuna, a hunter and member of this lodge. It is not the life for everyone, but I am content. What's the best hunting? Best hunting is wherever the best hunter is. I tried to answer human, but the only one I can kill. It depends on what you seek. Trade are plentiful, and are the spoils of the sport hunter. Dragons appear only to the true hunter. Patience is key. Great dragons hunt alone, and the prey is whatever can catch their attention. The dragons are rare. Are they dangerous? They are both rare and dangerous, and an honor to hunt. If you survive, you are blessed and favored. Respect them. Some try to lessen the risk by mass hunting with battle droids. I would rather hunt solo, taking the risk as my own. Who uses battle droids? I will not speak of it while they live. It is their shame to admit or hide. They know the effect it has. Perhaps they will kill so many raid that they also kill the hunt. At that, perhaps the solo hunter will still prosper. What can you tell me about the other hunters? Probably not as much as you would learn speaking yourself, even if they tell you nothing. The most obvious are the Gamorreans, however. Gurkha and his crew were not the best company. They hunt, but often come back with salvage instead of hides or pearls. I think their prey walks upright. Wouldn't the guards have something to say about that? Dunes are far from the reach of their blasters. Besides, Gurk spends his money in company stores. What about other hunters beside the Gamorreans? Put simply, Dorak Quinn is honorable. Tanis Vin is not so much, but I have no real quarrel with him. How long have you been at this? A decade? 2? I don't enslave myself into time, human. There is day and there is night. Really don't know anymore. Tatooine would not change in my lifetime. Why bother trying to keep up with the rolling of the years? Let's get back to my first questions. I will answer. The day drags on, however. You just said you don't care about time. Why do you care about the day dragging on? I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best? No one that will return your questions. Truly know the dunes yet to live there, as the Sand People do. Only they truly explore the land, but they attack without debate if you see them at all. Have you ever seen the Sand People do anything odd? Sand People carry nothing but weapons and bloodlust. To them, outsiders are invaders to be repelled. Once or twice, however, I've seen them emerge from older ruins with sacks and other containers. I've always been driven off, and if I examine the site later, there is nothing left. What kind of ruins were these? Where were they? They were old storehouses of some kind, but you couldn't find them now, human. The sand covers all. The only ones who would know what were there were the Sand People, and you would have to take it by force. Finding their encampment is easy enough. Walk south until you are attacked. What about the Jawas? Jawas may know the land as well, but are more interested in trading than talking. They scavenge to escape jobs akin to delivery. Their language is difficult. If you get anything more than the price of a droid out of them, I'll be impressed. I have to leave. Goodbye. Whew. Okay. So we got a whole bunch of people to talk to here.
Get lost, Tenderfoot. I hunt desert raid. I don't babysit.
Come now, I just want to benefit from your experience.
Well, you sure know how to get on my good side. You're just trotting out bantha pats, but thanks all the same.
Who are you? What is it you do?
My name is Dorak Quinn. I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays?
Asshole. Where's the best hunting?
If I knew the best place, why would I tell anyone? It would be worth too much to me to let it get out. It doesn't matter anyway. This season has been dry for me, as it has for almost...
Excuse me.
Perhaps someone else is holding out. There's simply fewer raid out there.
Why are there fewer raid?
It used to be a one-on-one test. Hunter against hunted. Now people just want the credits. I could stomach maybe a pair or a team of hunters. But some now use battle droids. Where's the sport in that?
Who uses battle droids?
That's not for me to say. I won't be a troublemaker in so small a community. You'll see.
No one's willing to give it up.
You'll see.
How long you been at this?
I've tracked wild beasts my whole life, but I've only been hunting here for 5 years. I've much to learn yet.
What do you want to learn?
There are hunters that go after the big kills, the crate dragons. I don't know how they do it. I never even see the things. Komad is the one I respect, but I also trust that the only difference between us is experience. I will learn.
What are you telling about the other hunters?
I don't go telling stories about other people. You want to know what they think? You go talk to them. One word though. Watch yourself around the Gamorreans. Gurk and his buddies aren't to be trusted. Everyone else I respect because they have skill. Those guys, they go for easier prey.
What makes you say that?
Just watch your back when you hunt. The dragons aren't the only dangers out there. If that's what you want...
Looking for something. Who knows the planet best?
You'll have to ask around. Komad Fortuna is a much more experienced hunter than I am. He hunts far from Anchorhead. The local Jawas are a good source of information, even if it is hard to understand them. It may cost you, though.
Bye.
Good hunting.
Alright. Where's the actual... That's a hunter. Well, a new face. Come to test your skill on the endless dunes of Tatooine. Maz's Lodge is the place to arrange it. This world may not have much, but it does have the meanest predators this side of the galactic rim. A hunter's paradise. I have something to sell you. I'm sorry, but I'm not allowed to even look at what you have until I see a hunting license. Certain corporation rules. The other hunters all have theirs. I can't make exceptions or I'll get shut down. What are you doing here? This is a hunting lodge. I purchase what the sportsmen bring in. It's not a bad little job. I've got some questions about hunting. You'll want to know how to get in on it. Just pay 200 credits for a license down at the Zerka office. No license, no hunting. Would you consider lowering the fee? Well, that's not up to me now, is it? You have to talk to the people down at the Zerka office in the center of town. Why do I need a license? I need a license because nobody gets out of the city without one. The Zerka Corporation uses it to keep track of people. They want people to know that if they step outside the gates, they are on their own. Only serious hunters pay the 200 credit fee. Once you have a license, I'll pay for whatever spoils of the hunt you bring back. I have off-road buyers that take them. Alright, I don't think there's probably anything that... I mean, I'm gonna skip to their dialogue real... Well, I'm gonna skip to their aliens dialogue real quick. What do you do? How do you play? Back to my other questions. Heard any rumors from my planet? Alright, so this is a Pazak guy I can play against. Okay. That's good to know. And then last but not least... Actually, let's go and do it. Boys, talk to me. What do you want, Huey? Gork has no time for you. Yeah, you tell him, Gork. What if I wanted advice? I'm sure you're very smart. You're trying to get my secrets, I bet. Trying to find right hunt, huh? I tell you nothing. Yeah, you get nothing. So, can I ask what you do? Dirk and his boys hunt. That's what we do and who we are, but we don't train babies like you. Yeah, we hunt the raid best out of everybody. We don't have time to train you or anyone. Some of the other hunters say you don't know how to hunt. They know you're just as good as them, and that's for sure. Yeah, we prove it because some of them don't come back, but we always do. Shut up, stupid. Why don't you let him speak? Wait, you deaf? because he's stupid and talks too much. You leave us alone now. I'm not stupid, you're stupid.
Aw, jeez. I hope this doesn't take too long. Gamorreans like to throw insults around, but they just don't have the smarts for it.
You're a stupid one, not me. You're too stupid to even know you were stupid. No, you're a stupid one, stupid. You're so stupid everyone see you and say looking stupid. Shut up, stupid. Oh, Lord. I'm looking for something. Are you good scouts? Oh, we are best among everybody, but not for you. We hunters know more than everybody. Yeah, you gotta learn to do it yourselves. Then maybe you tough enough to talk to us. Probably not, though. Heck yeah, probably not. Bet you don't come back. Shut up, stupid. Alright. Fine, I'll leave. Alright, so they're useless.
What can I do for you? Did my wife send you? This ain't about credits, is it?
I'm looking for experts. You seem knowledgeable.
Oh, of course. Who put you up to this, my wife? I meant what I said about having no credits.
I want to ask you about you and hunting.
Hunting is a dirty and tough business. What can old Tanis tell you about it?
What's the best hunting?
There isn't any. Too many hunters, not enough prey. I can barely keep expenses covered. Maintenance on battle droids is expensive. Of course, it's better than going alone. What if I stumbled on a bunch of sand people? These solo hunters are crazy.
Going with battle droids, is that sporting?
What do I care? I need to eat. I also need to pay for parts so the wife can keep the droids running. It's all about the credits. Some guys will talk about honor and stuff, but they still sell their plates to Faza. I guess honor needs creds too.
So you need to take more kills to keep your droids running?
I suppose, but so what? When that resource goes belly up, I'll just move on. I'm just a wandering spirit, I guess. I'm not real popular with the others, but they just fool themselves. They're in it for the credits too.
How long you been at this?
Too long, but it beats smuggling. You ever run into a Sith dreadnought in the desert? No, you haven't.
Crossed paths with a Sith dreadnought?
Hell, I married her. No, seriously now. I had this friend that crossed Sith space and got stripped of everything. It's not like I have much now, I guess, but I still prefer sand people to getting ambushed on unproven trade routes.
You're on about your wife a lot. What's the deal?
She doesn't understand me. You know the drill. It's not my fault. She knew who I was when she married me.
Alright. I don't think he's going to have anything useful for me either. Alright, folks. Thank you all so much for taking time to watch. I greatly appreciate it and I love you for it. I hope you all have enjoyed. If you like the game, the content, the channel, please consider giving me a like, follow, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, all that good stuff. The support really helps out me, really helps out the channel, and I just greatly appreciate it more than you ever are going to know. So wherever you're at, hope you have a wonderful morning, day, afternoon, evening, or night. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you next time.